Okay, so this is my first time making like a actual YouTube video, and what it's on, if you've seen the title, if I was freaking smart enough to do a title card or whatever. Anyways, I went to WonderCon 2025. I know, I'm rich like that. No, I'm not. Dude, I want to go to freaking what's called San Diego Comic-Con, but all the scalpers got to it already. Then again, it's freaking what, March? Anyways, sidetrack. So, I got a bunch. Look at all this. A bunch of comics. So we're gonna go through all those because who doesn't like comics? The flip, the flopper, what the flopper? I'm gonna hate this in 2 years. Anyways, let's start with the first one. Batman and Spawn Unplugged. This one's pretty cool. I kind of like this one. Granted, it was kind of hard to follow the story, but it's cool looking because, like, if you want to study black and white noir type shits, it's like, oh wow, that's kind of sick. So it's like, you know, it's generic, but it's like, oh shoot, look at the detail on that. You see that? Like, glare isn't going absolutely bonkers. Man, you guys will be fine, I don't care. Anyways, look at that. Look at that. Look at the spread, honestly. This is one of the reasons why I like comics, because since they're so small in profile, the what's called the 2-page spread just looks oh so much better. And these like these panels look so phenomenal. Who's the guy that made this? The covers are by these guys, Todd McFarlane and Greg Capullo. Probably said that wrong. I don't care. But yeah, oh my gosh, isn't that? Oh hey, I didn't realize just until now it's opposite. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so Spawn and Batman Unplugged is really sick, and I love these eye shots. I don't think those get it. Like, see another 2-panel spread. It's amazing. I love how they do their capes to where they're super huge and flowy, and how it's like flipped almost, to where usually it's white and then on the borders and then, you know, black and whatever on the inside. They flipped it so it looks extra grungy. And I love these like close up on the eyes, like right here. These look like, oh, that does it right there. You can see that. That's amazing. I love it when the stuff comes out of the eyes. Spawn does it more than Batman, obviously, but it's amazing. But yeah, so Spawn and Batman Unplugged. I don't know if that's a one-shot or like a continuation, but that one was cool. Yeah, there was a lot. It was like my first time ever going to like an actual convention like that. So I didn't know that like they had just booths and booths of comics. So yeah, that was cool to see. All right, not all of these are from WonderCon, but I pretty much went the same day, so who cares? The next was a reprint, what I can only assume as a reprint of a Hulk and Wolverine comic. The only reason I got it was because Hulk and Wolverine, grr. But yeah, but they really like, why'd they do that to his mask? Oh my gosh. Oh, and then Wendigo. But yeah, this one was all right, I will say. The older ones are hard because it's like, oh, it's like the Pioneers almost, even though this was what, I want to say the 90s, but I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But I would assume it's the 90s. But anyways, maybe like earlier, maybe the 80s. Yeah, it's probably the 80s. But either way, it's like, what did they do to his mask? Oh my gosh. It's freaking, ugh. Oh my gosh, it's so gross looking. Like, it's okay in some panels, and it just looks backwards in others. And it's like, eh. And they kind of messed up Hulk too. I like how they did the hair. That's just a thing of this age of comics that I really like. The hair and the coloring. It's simple, yet it gets to the point, you know? And I actually like how they like just have the like ginormous spreads of commercials, you could say, advertisements. But yeah, that's this nice little there. It's a little basic, but hey, it's not like I can do this. Well, like, anyways, that's neither here nor there. The nose, ooh, look at the nose. What is that? Ooh. But yeah, so this was all right. This one was okay. If I were to rate them so far, aka all 2 of them, the Unplugged is, I'd say a 9.5. Phenomenal, but it has no words, and I love words. This is 4, maybe a 3.8. But yeah, and here's what I like. Here's one with the really cool cover. I love the foil, the Amazing Spider-Man versus the Punisher, and the Punisher. It's like, oh my gosh, so that here, you know, you'll probably see it better out of the bag. But I love these foil covers. They're just so interesting to me, and they hold the comics a lot better. It makes it a lot more, I don't feel bad holding it or being like, don't rip the pages, don't rip the pages. And it's almost like a shiny Pokemon card. It's like, oh my gosh, that's cool. I'm pretty sure this is also a reprint. I wouldn't be surprised. The pages feel not as authentic as an original, but that's okay. I don't actually care for that sort of thing. I mean, I do a little bit, but it's whatever. You'll see it later. There's like a funny, what's it called? Like workout plan. You'll see that a lot in a lot of these actually. There's like workout plans for like the nerd that turns into the jock. I guess that was always a thing, huh? Underdog story. But yeah, this one, I mean, this one's alright. It kind of has like the same gripes I have with the, what was it? Hulk and Wolverine. It's like just for the, like, even, okay. Spider-Man's nicer for this age because since his thing is like super acrobatic and all that jazz, he has a lot more of these dynamic poses that I love. Like this one's amazing. I really like that one. And it's like the multiple people spreads look really nice too. It's not too cluttered, like you know what's what. But I think that's just also helpful to the clothing. Like pink, yeah, that's that guy. Green and brown, yeah, that's that guy. Whatever this dude's rocking with the gloves, but it's like he's always in the back. He's in the back by himself, so that's whatever. And Spider-Man, he swoops in, not necessarily behind all of them, but not in front of them either, too. So it gives it like almost spacing, almost. And then more advertisements. It's kind of nice to. I like the advertisements. It's just fun, right? But it's like almost like, yeah, see, it's like you barely get 2 pages in, another advertisement, which is, oh my gosh, the LPs and tapes for 99 cents. I wish. But yeah, see, he's doing like these super dynamic poses. Like, all right, you know, generic pose. All right, that's actually, I tried doing a pose like that once. Oh my gosh, those poses are, whew, I cannot, not right now at least. A head-on pose like this, that's also a tough one. You could probably get away with that one. You know, it's just like an arc that shows the full body stretching. A double kick like this, you might be able to get away by flipping it upside down and then just having it be like that might be easier to do, and then just flip it. But yeah, having to do it like that, that's a little rough. You know, this one interested me, not because it was, you know, Spider-Man looking over his shoulder, but that it's a pattern. Because I find that when I try to do patterns such as this, it's really hard to make it segment. Like, all right, this is the face, that's the chest, that's the everything. Because it usually just ends up being like a blob of, you know, pattern. But yeah, that's cool. I like this one, because he just like stands up almost, like ready for action almost. I like how he goes through the letters on this one, even though it's just, you know, geometry. It just shows like how small he is, but, you know, how much might he can hold. So yeah, that was that one. I like the outfits. I love how they shape them, such as this panel right here. I hope this is him, but whatever. I love the, like, see, he has his leg on the table. It shows power, and then he's like, I don't care, just give me pictures of Spider-Man. But yeah, no, he's like laid back, 70s-ish. Pretty sick. But yeah, so that was that one. I'd rate it comfortable. You know, I'd go with the 6.5. Comfortable 6.5. Oh, and oh yeah, then the back one, I didn't realize, Evel Knievel. That's pretty sick. But anyways, yeah, no, I like that one. Just to look at, really. For the older ones, I just like to look at them. Alright, so now we're getting into Superman. I got one Superman comic by itself, but the rest of these were in a pack, and I see why, because these are rough. Alright, I'm not saying like the art is bad or anything, but the pacing of the story is not good, let me tell you. Like these, like, okay, here, we'll start with this one, and you'll get the feel for what I'm talking about, so I'll probably speed blitz the Superman ones. Like, look at that cover. That's a pretty sick cover. The jawline and everything. And then there was actually a lot of cereal for Captain Crunch in these ones. I haven't gone through all of them yet, but still. Yeah. Oh, look, Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat. That's kind of cool. I don't know why. What's his name? Put his name up on screen for what his name is. But yeah. This one's kind of cool, I guess. This is the 90s, if I'm correct. Yeah, 1997. So the paper is, I'm pretty sure this is genuine. And I like this feeling of paper. It's just like robust. It just feels nicer than the other one, but the other one feels sturdier. But yeah, like, see, it's cool. Yeah, I'd say this is very down the. Oh my gosh, that's. Ooh, talk about something. But yeah, it's chill. A lot of these Superman ones are very just meh, down the middle of the road. I'd say like, I'm just gonna rate them all the same, really. Probably I'll just give them all like a 5.5, a little bit over, not by much though. Now here's another one. It's pretty much the same idea as the first one, but not as cool. Now, I'm not gonna hold these ones really because they're all the same. Here's another one, the one with the Atom. That's pretty cool. I don't really know who this guy is. I'm probably just too new to comics to know who this little guy is right here. He probably has like a name or whatever. I hope so, at least. This one's cool. Superman and the Secrets of the Batcave. Which I feel like I think you know where the Batcave was before issue 31, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, let's see, what's another one? Oh, here's one. Superman, the Cyborg Walks Again. This one probably has a cool concept. Again, I haven't read it yet, but I don't know, it's fine. I'm not gonna open these ones because they're just bad looking to me. But they look generic by today's standards. They're like a weird middle point that everyone's like, yep, all comics should look like this no matter what, at least, which is fine. So, this one's kind of fun because it's like, can Superman be trusted? Superman being nice, but like mean guy wearing a Superman shirt being rude. So that's kind of cool. Let's see what else. This one's nice because it has like story plots of, oh, what's this? But that just, to me that just means, the story's a little too boring then. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope so. I bought a 10 pack for $20, so I hope it was worth it. Oh, there's a guy again. Still knows his name. It probably says in that one. Yeah, but that one. Oh, I like this one. The story was decent enough. It had a little bit of politics in it, which I don't mind in comic books. I kind of like it. Not necessarily. Alright, there's bad ways and there's good ways. This was a nicer way of doing it. Like, look at that. Like, what's it called? Gangsters doing gangster things, and thuggish activity, and they're like, Superman, don't do anything, you'll just get us in more danger. And you've heard that story a lot, but it works because it teeter-totters on the line of, hey, you're just being rude at that point, and well, now you're being unrealistic. So it's a nice like middle line of, yeah, Superman's doing what he can in his universe, and it shows that we should do better as humans as well. But yeah. Oh, I also just really like the cover art because even if I didn't like it as a story, like, I mean, come on, that's pretty fire. Like, he has like I mean, come on, it's like a newspaper. But anyways, all right, and then this one's also cool because it has like the OG, you could say, like when you think of Superman, if you're a comic person, nerd, you think this. Nice idea. Okay, I'm looking. Oh, help me! Help me! Help! Anyways, yeah, that's the guy again. I still don't know. All right, so that's enough of the pack. All of those, by the way, were not from WonderCon. The pack, I mean, the Superman ones, along with Hulk, Wolverine, and the Spider-Man and Punisher. And this one should be the last one that's not from WonderCon. The Man of Molten Steel. See, now, what originally caught my eye was, oh my gosh, it's like a middle split. That's kind of cool looking. But when you look closer, look at the background. It's just a picture of wherever what's it called? People making it is. And I kind of like this. I will say, I like this because if you've been reading webtoons or whatever, I know I have, they do this a lot. Granted, it's crummy, but it's kind of funny because it's like, they've been doing it for how long now? And it's just been like an idea of, it's only your background, just take a picture of it and make it look. Honestly, I think it's funnier this way. I like it this way because it's like almost like he's jumping out of the page. It's like realistic. Superman. Oh! 20 cents, by the way. So that just shows its age. I have no idea what time this was made, but we'll figure it out. Let's see here. But yeah. I think the story of this one was like, okay, so it's like Superman, oh no, a guy catches on fire, ruins a $6,000 suit because, he's trying to save someone, and the guy's like, oh, my movie. So he goes to this guy to see what it'd be like to just beat Superman's ass. And he's like, oh yes, I got you. Oh yes, I got you. Oh, I'm so lonely. But no, he gets him, right? And he's like, wake up, oh my gosh, you almost had like a brain aneurysm or something. Another little whatever. So yeah, then he goes on, he's like, I must see what the end of it is like. And he like, oh, he brings it to life. Oh, there's another one, yeah, see? Like the bodybuilder thing in the comics, it's a thing. I kind of like it. But yeah, so it's like, it comes to life and he's like, oh yes, my sweet little wolf. My little baka. Ugh. Anyways. So yeah, he gets it. This was kind of cool. Because like it's going out, but you can still tell that it's, you know, it's within its confines. And it's like, oh, you got half of me. The pain. Ow. That hurts. My feelings. And it's like, apparently this is like a myth. Yeah, ancient legend. It's like Apollo or something. I don't know. I'm not a big mythology guy. I like to look at it though. Speaking of looking at it, pause. It's like the sword. He has a sword that he has to like stab the Pentagon or something. And it's like, I love these two panels really, just right here. It's like the arcing almost of the floor, him pointing up with the sword. The sword's at a weird angle, I will say, but I mean, it's not like it'd probably just be straight up if I did it. Same with this one. It's hard to get like a crazy good straight shot just because it's like a weird angle. But I mean, I thought they did pretty well there. Come on. So yeah, then it's like he just goes to jail because he's like a crazy guy now. I like that one. And it's like a side story after. This was weird. I don't know. It's probably setting up for a different thing. But yeah. Yeah, this was fine. I mean, without the last bit of this other story, this was a good one. I will say. That was a good one. I'd give it a solid... I'd rate it higher than the Superman comics, the bundle. I'd give it a... Oh, freaking... I'll give it a 7. Solid 7. Okay, we're still rolling. I had to make sure. I just realized you can't even see that part that I'm pointing at usually. Fudge. Alright, I'm not gonna reshoot that. You guys are just gonna have to not know what I'm talking about. Alright, that's better. Look at my crotch. Alright, I'm gonna show off some other ones that are nowhere near WonderCon. I know, the bait and switch. I'm such a bad guy. I don't care because they're cool looking. I'm just gonna rate these all 8 because they're Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange. Pretty cool. It's just Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange. The story was kind of ass, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look, Double Dragon. Double Dragon 3. I don't know why this game went on for as long as it did. It was pretty crummy in the year of fighting games. That one fighting guy, that's Guile, talked about Double Dragon because it was pretty crummy. But yeah. It's like, oh, it's me, oh, it's Doctor Strange, oh, it's... I don't know, it was just a bunch of stuff happening. It wasn't bad, but it was just like, I've seen better, I guess. It's alright, it's whatever. But it does have, like, the original paper, so that's nice. When did this one come out? 150, so I'm assuming early 90s. I could be lying, who knows. I'm not reading comics that much. But yeah, all the Ghost Rider ones I'm going to show, these are like nowhere near. This is just like the start of my collection, you could say. Alright, here's another one. This is an annual series, so it's 64 pages. So it's a bit thicker. Here, let me get out of the wrapper so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a bit thicker. But I will say this cover is super sweet. It has like this semi-realistic, semi-painterly look to it, which I always love looking at. But yeah, so here, look, see. It's thick enough to where you could have like printing on the spine. If I can, there we go. Yeah, see, isn't that pretty sick? Ghost Rider Annual 2. I should probably find the second and third. That'd be cool. If I do, I'll make another video. Who knows? Oh, look, another Mortal Kombat. Not that. It's a fighting game. I love Mortal Kombat. Oh, I love Mortal Kombat. Except for the newer ones, they kind of sucked. Anyways, but yeah, this one was cool. It was like an old lady, I think. No, this is a Scarecrow one. He like takes people and like almost blows up a building with them or something. But yeah, this is like 3 stories in one. I suggest these annual ones because if I'm correct, they're like the multiple story ones, and it's just like, oh, that's kind of nice. It's like no rhyme or reason. If you know the characters, oh yeah, they're doing the thing. Their thing. I'm slower. Sorry. I'm sorry, my lords. But yeah, these Ghost Rider ones are pretty cool. Yeah, speaking of Ghost Rider, this one. I like this one, I will say. You wanna know why? Because the cover. Better. But yeah, It's cool. It has like the same thing as the other one, but it's like more painterly than realistic, I'd say. Like, yeah, it's realistic, but it definitely shows more of its paint. It's grungy, some might say. Ooh, another a Hulk ad. That's kind of nice. Yeah, this one's like, oh, it's me versus, I don't know, that guy. I'm not really up to, what's it called? Up to specs with this one. But yeah, no, this one was cool. It's just like a guy falling around and being like, oh, I'm sorry, master. I'll get him again. It's like, oh, I failed this guy. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, master. And that's like, nah, you chill, Bill. You chill, Bill. He's like, oh, I'll get him again. Oh, oh. Yeah, that one was cool. Also like a 8.1. I went to a comic book store looking for Absolute Batman. This is what they gave me instead. All in Batman, as is. I mean, the other one's also all in, but, you know, not what I wanted, but that's fine. It's alright. I read it, it was okay. But Absolute Batman was better. Spoilers! You're gonna look at that later. Yeah, Absolute Batman. See, it's right there. So it's alright. You know, pretty generic, I guess. It's just, oh hey, Batman doing Batman things as usual. So yeah, it's fine. It's boring, really. It's actually really, I'd say it's boring. The cover art's good though. To this guy, really good job. But yeah, sorry if the framing's really off. I cannot see what my phone is producing. Oh, I hate iPhone. Oh no. My worst nightmare. The tape. All right, we're good. I salvaged it, guys. Whew. Talk about a nightmare. All right, so yeah, that one was just. Honestly, I'm gonna be harsh with this one because it's Batman. It knows to be better. Like, ugh. I'm gonna give this one a 3. I know, the lowest one, and there was worse, but just because it's Batman, it should be better. With Superman, very wishy-washy. Superman just does what Superman does, and. Alright, this is also I think this is the last one of the super far out of WonderCon rages. But this one, Superman Man of Steel. Again, painterly, semi-realistic, the jawline. It's super cool. Sideways, just in case. Sideways. Look at here. Other comics that I looked at. But yeah. First issue, 48 pages. Very cool, I know. I could try finding the other ones. But am I? No. I mean, hell, it's the 19th issue. I could be wrong. Who knows? Alright, let's try to get the tape off. Alright, let's see here. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Now some people are probably going to be telling me, hey, why are all of these $10? You probably could have, haggled down for lower. But I mean, getting comic books and selling them is already a dying currency at this point. I just feel bad, So yeah, that's for the nerds out there. But yeah, I like this one. This was like one of the earlier ones I got, and it was like the first ones to do like the super cool multi-page spreads. So that was cool. I like how he flies in this one. It's very like. It's like it looks fine in some angles, but then other angles, it's just so goofy looking. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, he like spurgs out here for a second, like, and he's like, he does that for a second. That was funny. Like, what is that, dude? Who flies like that? He's like, But yeah, and he like fights this random guy. It doesn't actually tell you because. First issue, 48 pages. Ooh. Now, I'm not going to open these next ones. Well, actually, no, I lied. When it comes to the Absolute Batman, I won't open it, except for the first one, because I read that one. I don't want to spoil myself. So you're only getting the cover. Alright. Ah, yes. This was the only one that I got from a, indie, what's it called? Indie writer, you could say. Freelance? No, not freelance. I'm gonna go with indie. That's the best way I can think about it. You wanna know why I say indie? Because they also do music. I like these guys. These guys are cool. Punk Rock Time Machine. That was freaking sick. Sick? No, sick. Sick as fuck. Alright? This is a great book, alright? If you want a good sized, like, book to start out with, but I just realized, did the ratio change? Oh no, it did. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, I tilted the phone up earlier. But anyways, no. This is a great book. I love this. This is a great one. I read it in like one sitting. Couldn't put it down. It was amazing. These guys are awesome. I met them in person at WonderCon, actually. These guys are super chill. I got all their autographs. You're gonna see one of them, and we're just gonna pretend like it's normal. Oh shoot, there we go. The binding is a little tight, I will say, but I think that's just a book issue, so that I'm okay with it. It's a good book though. I got all their signatures. I love that. That's a pretty good one. That's pretty funny. But yeah, and they made like animations on their website. So yeah, go to their website, watch the animations. They're pretty sick, as well as the songs. That's right. They're also a rock band. They're a rock band that made music and then made the comic, or made the comic then music. I have no idea. Either way, super freaking sweet, dude. And I wonder what that looks like. Oh wow, I wonder what that looks like. I'm not gonna open it a lot because this is a very dude bro comic, aka Bossé and Bobes, Bossé and Bobes in this. So I'm not gonna show a lot of the inside, but you know what? Here, I'll find the cool parts that isn't like. Alright, here we go. I'll show this one. It has sheet music in it for each song, because each character has its own song. About 5 characters, if I'm correct. 1 character for each chapter. Here, I'll show you the title of this one with the lyrics. It's what's it called? Smash Fuck. That's all he says. And then there's his lyrics. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, this was a really cool one. But yeah, no, this was cool. So yeah, each character has their own like lyrics and song. And I was thinking about actually trying to do the songs on bass myself. This guy's pretty funny. He smokes weed, and that's his thing. The other guy just had a lot of sex. This guy smokes weed. Let's see here. And he has his own stuff. You know, he has his own blunt force trauma, blunt like weed. So it's funny. It is funny. Alright, let's see here. Part 3 is Vikings, the other one was Romans, the other one was Caveman. But yeah, you get it at this point. Valhalla Day, pretty sick. But yeah, so that's a cool one. Go check out their videos and whatnot. I actually met them in person during WonderCon. Put up the picture of me meeting them. That was pretty freaking sweet. Oh, man, let me organize these before I show you guys. That's just here. Hang on. I'm organizing the peak right now. Okay. I got 1 through 6. I don't know if there's any more than that, but I definitely have 1 through 6 of Peak. Absolute Batman. And I got the noir foil version, which I think is very cool. Now granted, it gets smudged. Oh fuck, I think I messed it up more. But yeah, it's super cool. I really like it. It's really cool. Now granted, some people may be like, oh well, it's black and white, so it's not as you know, nice. It's not as cool. But I like it, I will say. You know, it's like nice to look at as a noir film instead. It's very charming, some might say. This one also does the cool thing with the capes, where he has like a ginormous cape that just defies logic. Oh, and by the way, that's Bruce Wayne. He's a ginormous dude. He's very cool though. Yeah, here, let me see if I can find a panel with him being new Batman, doing Batman things. Commissioner Gordon, people are yelling at him. There's too much crime. Oh, there he is. There's the man of the hour. He has, and that's a nice one. I like that. But yeah, no, Batman. He's just super freaking sweet, dude. So he has like these hooks on his thing. They just go crazy. So like he's doing all of that. He's doing too much, dog. He's doing too much. And it's like, you want to try that again? And he pulls off he's like, you're gonna fight me. I killed a lot of people. And he like takes off his symbol, becomes an axe, chops the guy's arm off. He is just gone absolutely crazy. But yeah, this one was cool. I like this one. This one was sick. That was cool. I'll put it in sleeve before I forget. And okay, you nerds need to chill about variants, okay? Too many of you look at this and go, it's not the first variant. That's gonna be $15. Respectable, all right? $15 for a $5 comic that's a variant with foil. That makes sense to me, okay? Most of them mark up their normal comics from 5 to 10 no matter what. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with a extra 5. I'm going to WonderCon for Pete's sake. I know I'm spending money, all right? That's fine. Tell me why you bastards think it's okay for the first print to be $40. Okay, $40 for the first print, but variants with foil are $15, and a variant, hell, without foil is $11. Now I get it. Some of you completionists, alright, you meth addicts for comics. I need the first one, okay? Like, dude, why? You're just making it harder for everyone, okay? Then again, it's probably also scalpers. Let's be real, it's also scalpers. It's not us. Cope and see. Cope. Alright, here's the second one. That one's pretty cool. He's like stand stuff. I think this one's a variant. I'm not gonna lie. That's a variant. It does make his legs look big, but look at his shoulders, dog. His shoulders are crazy, dog. His chest plate is a little small. I don't mind, it's a little small. But you know, I kinda like it. It kinda looks like it's flying almost. No, I'm not opening this one because, like I said, I haven't read it yet. Actually, no, let's rate them based off the covers alone because I haven't read them. This one, obviously, 9.6. Stand up, foil, black and white. No letters because the letters kind of take away from it a little bit. I'd give it a 9.9. Or no, not a 9.9. I'll give it a 9.6. And let's not glaze too hard. Then this one, I'll give it a 8.7. I know it's a big difference, but I mean it just looks a little too goofy without the letters. Like the big letters, not the little ones. Speaking of big letters, here's number 3. See? Dynamic posing. Look it out. It shows how much larger he is than your average man. And it has letters. So, and it's actually nice to have the letters behind him instead of in front with this guy. This guy's just so hulking. You cover up a good amount of him if you were to put it in front. But this cover, super cool because it shows how his cape works and how it destroys guys. So I like that one. 8.9. I won't say it's a 9, but 8.9. Let's put that. Right now, here we go. That's a solid 9 right there. That is a good solid 9. Shows how he's hulking, like literally roiding out for no reason. The spikes show how much angrier he can be, and you can just barely see his mouth going absolutely berserk. And it shows how his chest plate is by it folding outwards and being still super thick. So I like this one. Yeah, definitely a solid 9. So that's cool. Oh, I put it in upside down. It's the packaging is like that. He's sitting like this. It would be like this. Either way, it don't matter. It's still pretty sick. Here we go. A stanced up Batman. Oh, dude, he's so big. Even his batarangs are huge. Those are not batarangs. Those are throwing knives. Just throwing sticks. Throwing batons for him. Look, there's Alfred hiding. Oh, and I don't even know who this is. I'll figure out who that is later. Like a guy with a mask and a skull. That was touched on in the first edition or first volume, but they didn't really go into that much depth with it. Not that I saw. But yeah, so he's like this hulking guy still. Calves are ginormous. Just shows how huge he is, really. And I love how it makes the cape super small looking. I know its whole thing is supposed to be like grappling hook to the face, grappling hook to the face. But still, it's pretty cool. This one was cool. I think this is also this might not be a variant. I'm not too sure. I remember getting these at a, let me see, what was it? Yeah, 4, 5, and 6. These ones I got at a store instead of WonderCon, but the other 3 were at the convention. But yeah, I like this one. I don't know what's going on, but it's freaking sick looking. So that's cool. I don't know what's happening. He threw his bat hammer, or it's falling on him at least. I love how he holds his belt. Everything's on one side, super stacked. It just shows how much bigger he is. I love how like it tears, but you can see even the threading on his clothes looks super huge. But yeah, he looks calm and collected, even angrier now that it's exploding, obviously. But still, I think it's cool. Maybe a system malfunction with his suit, seeing as how it's on fire. I don't know. Gonna read it later though. Alright, enough Batman glazing. I know. I just love bouncing on that Batman did. That Batman did. That Batman did. And now finally for the end. Gunslinger Spawn. Yeah, we returned to this guy. Now, I came to this one because it was in the it showed this guy's face in Batman and Spawn Unplugged. It showed this guy's face in one of the panels. I probably didn't show it, but I don't care. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, actually, this is the second one. Whoopsies. That's fine. I'm gonna give it a. I'll give it a 7.8. Yeah, 7.8. Cool and dynamic, but you know, Spawn's cool. He doesn't look as Spawny. He doesn't look like Spawn enough. I don't know how to explain it. He looks very gunslinger-agur, but I don't know. It feels like it also took away some things. But no, I like it. It's cool. That's a cool one. All right, last one. Spawn Gunslinger, Volume 1. Oh, it just looks so cool. I mean, come on. He stands up like it's Red Steel 2. He has the gun out. I mean, he's pointing it at his own calf. You can see that. He's pointing it at his own calf. Not safe, but it's cool. Chest out. It shows that his cloak is more leathery than, I don't know. Like, this reminds me of Trigun, right? That's cool. That's fine. That works, right? But this, it's weathered. Shows character. It's still super loose instead of like the other one just being like a whoosh. It's just, see what I did there? It does that. It does that motion. So I like this one. I'd say this one's a solid 9 as well. Yeah. Even though this may be too gritty for, you don't know. Maybe it's not. Spawn's whole thing is gritty as is, so this may be fine. This is fine for Gunslinger Spawn. And yeah, that's all my comic books I got right now. I mean, I like them. I hope you guys do too. All 5 of you. I think that was pretty freaking sweet, dude. I suggest you go to a convention yourself. I think there's like a, what was it called? Comic-Con Revolution, maybe? I don't know, but the tickets were $36. Maybe I'll go to that one. But it's in May. That's really close. I don't know. But yeah, so that was all my comic books I got recently, except for a couple of them. But yeah, by the way, comics are expensive, alright? A good amount of this, alright, I probably spent close to like $80 on like half of this, and the book itself for Punk Rock Time Machine was $60, okay? So while these are cool, just be realistic about it, alright? Maybe buy one comic a week if you can, alright? I would not suggest doing what I did, going to WonderCon, buying this many comics, and then going, oh, why is my wallet so light? Why am I blowing away in the breeze so easily? Oh. So yeah, be realistic about your comic doing and whatnot. But yeah, so that was my comics that I got from WonderCon. I also got this cool little panels on props, whatever. I didn't go because the dudes I went with are chubs. Oh, I don't know. I don't really want to do that. Oh, put a picture on screen for the Optimus Prime poster. Yeah, put that up on screen. That was pretty freaking sweet to look at. I mean, was it a good financial investment? No. But I mean, look how freaking sweet it is, dude. I mean, I've never. Look at it. Look at it. I mean, freaking Optimus Prime with a surfboard. Huh? Apparently the guy said he put that one up in a museum at some point. Or an art, whatever. Maybe not that specific one, but maybe that print and size. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, that was a cool little art piece. $100. Again, if you're gonna get into this nerd crap, be realistic. That shit was way too expensive. maybe not. It was actually probably cheaper. Because, I mean, okay, if it was like the original for $100, that's a steal. Since it's a print, unless it was, he made it digitally, I wouldn't be surprised. So a print on canvas of that size, which I think it goes up to my waist. Here, let me check. Yeah. So it goes up to my waist. And I'm average height, I'd say, maybe a little bit under. So it's probably like 3 feet tall. Yeah, probably 3 feet tall by 2 feet or so. So yeah, it's a pretty big piece. It's nice though. It's cool. You can't go wrong with it. But yeah, $100. So again, realistically, a lot of the indie stuff made there, while it is cool, it is a lot more than normal stuff. So yeah, just be realistic. And with that said, I'm gonna end this video.